Here we have Arjun Bular finally in India after many years. So Arjun, first things first. You're in India. You have obviously taken the adulation from the fans. You've obviously met people that are excited about your arrival in the UFC. What do you think this means for the UFC going forward, and especially when it pertains to India?
I think it's very exciting. This is the moment many fans in the country have been waiting for. The UFC is finally in India now. That's what this arrival means. And I'm excited to be here, connect with the base, build the base here for a future UFC event.
Right. Right, and the one thing that you even dwelled upon in the past couple of days is 7 years ago, 2010, October 10, you won the gold at Commonwealth Games. 7 years later, you're in India on the same date. Do you think it's kind of destiny for you, what's beckoning?
For sure, man. For me, that's the way I live. That's proof that this was meant to be. I'm supposed to be here. I'm on, living the life I was meant to live. And, it's all of those things. I mean, think about that, brother. 7 years ago to the very day, I was in Delhi winning a gold medal for my country at the Commonwealth Games. It was a huge moment for my country, for my community, for everyone involved, for my family. And that at that moment was like, wow, this is it. And then we had the Olympic Games, and now we're here with the UFC. So that just shows you, one, I believe I'm on the right path. 7 years later to be here with the UFC in this position. Number two, life's such a journey. Live passionately. There's always another thing you can do. There's never one experience that will, be my be-all, end-all. My life story will continue to evolve. We will continue to make history.
prideful Indian, prideful Sikh.
Yes.
So I wanted to kind of dwell a bit about you, in person and your roots. So can you also dwell a little on what it means to you to be the first fighter of Indian descent to get into the UFC, to represent a country like India, which has about 1.3 billion people and so many fans that have been waiting for years to see someone like you in the UFC?
So what it means for me to be in the UFC?
Yes.
It's a great deal. Making history, being the first in anything is special. Legacy and history are very important to me, and more than anything, it opens the door for future Indians to come in, and I'm happy to do that for the future. It's always more challenging in your first time through, but I'm willing to take that responsibility on my shoulders and be that guy. I think it has to be the perfect person and the perfect timing. The timing could not be better, and person-wise, I'm very traditional, I'm very cultured, I'm very prideful, have been in every interview for the last 10, 15 years. That's who I am. And I have deep roots in the country for many, many years. Long storied history here. So it's a perfect marriage. And I am very excited to be the man that bridges East and West.